Hi, this is HomeSongs4Lunch. Davey Fee here. We're doing exciting things today because we've got 3 people online. One of the good things about doing this has been, sort of, for me anyway, hearing new artists, and my friend Chris has linked us up with Kenny McColl, who's here today. So I'm just going to briefly let Chris do an intro, and then we'll be handing over to Kenny. So hang on 1 minute while I do that. There you go. Hi, Chris. Hi, Kenny.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, yeah, I don't really have an awful lot, apart from great things to say about Kenny. I've known Kenny we were working this out, 18 years, and he was a drama student of mine, but in the interim times, Kenny, you've now become a musician, an MA, is that right? Songwriting, MA?
There we go. I had muted myself so that I didn't
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Bore everyone with my bottle opening there. So, yeah. Yes, hello, everyone. Yeah, Chris and I met in sometime, and I've just finished. Yes, a while back, and that was my diploma. But I've since gone back to uni and did a master's in music, specifically songwriting. It's been something that's been part of me and sort of been hovering about and lingering, and I haven't been able to get rid of. So eventually, I just admitted it and went back and studied it and finished the album. So here I am.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to hearing the results. So I guess we should just hand over to you and let you get started.
Thank you. Hello, folks. Right. Okay, so these are 4 songs. There's an 8. It's the album that's on Bandcamp, kennymccall.bandcamp.com, is an 8-song album that I just finished, recorded, and just submitted in November. So that's out and available since then. So these are 4 songs that are from that. And this first one is called Contents. This song I wrote with a very good friend of mine, Luca Yampieri, who's back home in Italy at the moment. So Luca, if you're watching, if you're on just now, then I hope I do it justice. I hope I do it justice anyway, but there we go. Okay, this is Contents. Welcome to the contents of my head. Stick around, leave a note in the guest book. If you can see things clearly, you're doing better than me. All my life, I never could. There's a gallery of pictures on the wall. Never seems to get any smaller. It's covered in fog that comes and goes, and a cycle of thunderstorms. Then you come along and put me back together. Half of me is missing when you're gone. You come along and put me back together. Now I'm torn. There's a history of self-medication, like taking chocolate for a broken leg. Well, I've been fixing subsidence with Tipex, still the rubble's up all over my head. Then you come along and you put me back together. And half of me is missing when you're gone. Come along and put me back together. Now I'm torn. A deafening silence, an aggressive clock. Make this monologue stop. Please don't ask me for details, my head's undefined. Just know I'm not fine. Now I know that you've got your own debris, and it's hard enough rebuilding yourself. When the world tries to rock your foundations and you're going through hell, just keep going through hell, and I'll come along and I'll put you back together. Half of me is missing when you're gone. I'll come along and I'll put you back together. Half of me is missing when you're gone. Come along and put you back together. Half of me is missing when you're gone. Come along and put me back together. Now I'm torn, now I'm torn. That was Contents. It's basically the title track from the new album. The album is called Welcome to the Contents of My Head, largely because the album is the contents of my head. So yeah, that's a song. It's a very, very long story that I won't go into just now. But the album started off. The album was basically a master's project, as Chris was mentioning. So it had started off as being an exploration into music and mental health and how we use it and how we do the effect that music or the therapeutic effect that music and specifically songwriting can have on our mental health. The project went in lots of different directions, but there's definitely a strong sort of feeling of that throughout the album, which is basically me using music and songwriting as my therapy to sort of process how I feel about the world and everything that's going on around me. So yeah, now this next song is a song called Temptation. Originally, She's My Temptation. This song, actually, Chris, you'll be listening. This song was originally written while sitting on a train to Motherwell College on my way to a class back and forward. So it's that old, but it's gone through a few different incarnations in the process. Had bits chopped off and bits added on and various things. So it started off as being writing about sort of largely my sister's illness at the time and other things. But of course, as it's been written and rewritten over the years, then other things have been added and taken away. So this is the final sort of version of it. So I hope you enjoy. This is called Temptation. Let it go and revisit. Once it was easy, but there's more in it. Everything I am's been hiding out in my safe place. She's far away, she looks to me. What can I give her that's not for free? I'll think of something cool to say. I'll think of something cool to say. Well, I used to have money and I used to feel fine, but I'm awake this time. But I used to be lost, now I'm on my way, so they say. You stare at walls, you try to work it out. Same old feelings, brand new doubts. Well, I'll find a way to find a way I'll find a way to find a way. 'Cause I used to have money and I used to feel fine, but I'm awake this time. But I used to be lost, now I'm on my way, so they say. So they say, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. She's my temptation, I know it now. That is She's My Temptation. So, I just switch guitars here for a minute. So we've had the contents of my head that can be stormy and cloudy and with galleries and things like that. And then we've had temptation and finding a way and all these particularly quite dark. So now we're going to go to somewhere more sunny. Excuse me. This is a song called Into the Dream. It was originally written as a class project and then was developed into the final song that it is today. So it's gone through a few incarnations itself. It is the class project was to accompany a piece of film that was about a sort of multicultural film. So my head kind of immediately goes to Latin. I lived in Spain when I was a student. First time round when I was a student. I've been a student so many times now. I lived in Spain. I studied French and Spanish. Originally, I speak fluent French and Spanish, but particularly Spanish. There's something about Spanish and the Spanish people, the Spanish language, that has always sort of connected with me. I played classical guitar for about 6 years or so when I was a kid. So yeah, it's always been a big part of me. So Latin, that whole Latin jazz, Latin influence has wandered in and out of a lot of my music, and it still does. This is the only song I have so far that's complete, but there's lots of other bits and pieces kicking about. So watch this space. I'm sure I'll be writing more in the future. This one does have some Spanish at the end, which is basically a translation of the Middle Eight, or a bit of the Middle Eight. So yeah, this is a bit more positive and a bit more upbeat. So sit back and pretend you're somewhere sunny. Well, you might be somewhere sunny actually. It's not bad out there. But if you are, brilliant. If not, then consider yourself sitting on a beach in Ibiza or Miami or Saltcoats, whatever you may be. All right, this is called Into the Dream. Lean into the dream, lean into the wonder, listen to the world, smile into the mirror. Lean into the dream, lean into the wonder. Listen to the world, smile into the mirror, and be no one, be someone, be human. Lay down your thoughts, let go direction. Step out of the shed. Take the time to drink it all in and be no one. Be someone, be human. Oh, be no one. Be someone, be human. And let it burn, 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 and let it burn. What's gone is gone. There's nothing to be done, so let it burn. Be no one, be someone, be human. Be no one, be someone, be human. Be no one, be someone, be human. What's gone is gone. There's nothing to be done, so let it burn. Deja controlar, pasado a quemar, let it burn. Deja controlar, pasado a quemar, let it burn. Deja controlar, pasado a quemar, let it burn. What's gone is gone. There's nothing to be done, so just be human. There we go. Switch over again. Thank you, all of you, for tuning in. It's a bit of a strange experience, this. I finish a song and I know people are listening. It's just quite hard. It's hard to know it. So thank you. I know that everyone that's listening and everyone that's tuning in, if you're hearing me for the first time, fantastic. And hopefully it won't be the last. That last song, the album is available on kennymccall.bandcamp.com. That last song is now on Spotify and streaming sites. Into the Dream, and this next one, which is Signal of Life. This song. Oh yeah, I really should plug it in, shouldn't I? thought that guitar's awful quiet. There we go. All right. So, yes, thank you to everybody for being here and for listening. Whether you're listening live or tuning in and listen later on. It's been an honor and a privilege. Very quick, and I hope we've brightened up your lunchtime. This is the next song called "Signal of Life." Like I was in the middle of saying, excuse me. "Signal of Life" and "Into the Dream" are currently on my on Spotify and other streaming sites at the moment. The rest of the album isn't, but the rest of the album is available on kennymccall.bandcamp.com. I'll put that up at the end. These are full studio recordings, which sound a bit different to this. Hope you enjoy this last song. It's called "Signal of Life." And just for the record, this was played, these last two songs as well were also played on Pulse Radio quite recently. And I had to explain to them that I wrote this about a year ago, or sort of began the process of writing about a year ago. I finished writing maybe September, October, because when you hear some of the words in it, mentions to chaos and sort of being locked up and things like that, it feels very much like I've written it in the last few weeks. But I can assure you, I did not. It was written just, it was finished about 6 or 8 months ago. So life imitates art, imitates life or something. Anyway, enough talking. Thank you very much for listening. And this is called "Signal of Life." Waking up in the morning, you find yourself yawning, consider the year. Choking on first world handcuffs, there's just not enough chaos here. And tripping on floor-based wardrobes, it's the glamour of the everyday. Watching your dog as he's judging your mood, well, what does he know anyway? 'Cause it's madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. Cleaning up for your girlfriend in time for the weekend when she's coming home. Keeping up the illusions to keep us all from being alone. 'Cause first impressions matter when you're together for the rest of your life. On a permanent rerun, like your favorite show you watch every night. Oh, 'cause it's madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. Oh, surrounded by shades, 100 of grey, but we're blinded by the black and the white. Staring at walls, my anxiety calls. Someone tell me it'll be alright. Someone tell me it'll be alright. I used to stare out the window, dreaming of a sellout crowd. In a world that was open, no one need to go without. Now the values in detail and you revel in the morning hellos. Still following your master plan, but you're taking the view. Enjoy a moment of madness. Madness, madness is a signal of life. Madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. Whoa, madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. Madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. Madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. Madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. Thank you very much, folks. I will put that link up to the album right after this.
Hey, cheers, Kenny. Superb. Really enjoyed that. Very chilled, and
Thank you.
I'm sure it helps the morsels go down for a lot of people. Cool. And so you're going to put the links up. We're going to find a way of doing that better at some point, but that'll all help. And I presume you'll be prepared to come back again at some point? Do some more?
Absolutely. There's
Great.
another 4 songs in the album.
Got to get them all down. So yeah, you're probably like me. Too many out there to be singing. Sometimes it's hard to know what to choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've learned to get a little bit more picky over the last kind of couple of years, but not too much as well, because that has also been a problem I've had in sort of not using material. But I'm still writing and still pulling together. There's a lot of stuff that I've written over the years that I now look at differently because of sort of the last couple of years in study and training. So I'm kind of in the process of working my way through, looking at old stuff and seeing what I can do with it now. So, lots to come.
Yeah, excellent, and it's sounding good. So I look
Thank you
forward to
very
hearing you
much.
again, and we'll chat after the broadcast. I'll just end it now. Thanks, folks, for being here, and for all those that listen later. And we'll be back again on Monday. See you then.
Thank you, guys.